Today, child of God, I want you to realize that the supernatural miracle working power of God is available to flow in and through your finances. And we also need to realize that this entire process is completely guaranteed. It is a spiritual law, as powerful and as dependable as any natural law. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that you met withal, measure shall it be measured to you again." Galatians 6:7, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that, and that only, is what he shall reap." So often, when an offering plate is passed in church, or you receive an envelope from a ministry or at a ministry meeting, there's a question that comes to your mind. And that question is, can I afford to give? But truthfully, that's the wrong question. The right question is, can I afford not to give? Do I need a harvest of blessings for some future need? And by the way, who doesn't? You see, God has guaranteed that a gift always comes back in good measure. Shaken, pressed down, get it right in a second, comes back, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Whatever you sow, you will reap. That's a spiritual law as well as a physical law of sowing and reaping. And that's certainly a much better guarantee than you could get from Wall Street, and definitely a better rate than you could get from a local bank. The Bible says, now this is interesting. In Luke 6:38, it says men. See, the Bible says men shall give into your bosom. It doesn't just say simply saints. It says men. And right now there are over 5 billion people here on planet Earth, and God can choose any one of those 5 billion instruments to get money back to you, to be a blessing to you. See, this entire process of sowing and reaping, you sow, you getting the blessing back, it's not left to chance. It's guaranteed. It is God's guarantee, and it comes back in the same measure in which you sowed. If you give a thimbleful, you're going to get a thimbleful back. If you give by the shovel, then you're going to get a shovelful of blessings back. But if you give, well, by truckload, you're going to get a truckload of blessings back. You see, the promises are the same. By the measure you give, it's the harvest that you receive. The same measure. If you give a little, you get a little. If you give a lot, you get a lot. Did I make that up? No. 2 Corinthians 9:6 in the Living Bible. But remember this, if you give little, you'll get little. A farmer who plants just a few seeds will get a small crop. But if he plants much, he will reap much. It's real simple. You reap according to what you sow. And not only that, it is a spiritual law guaranteed by God. And that's what I call some rich thoughts.